In the United States, temperatures hitting 100 degrees in Palm Springs and 102 in Death Valley. It's incredible to think that we continue to talk about the S word, yes, snow, over the northeastern half of the country. Now, thanks for clicking on to the Tuesday edition of Vogan's United States Outlook, and it is the Easter edition. We're looking at the upcoming Easter weekend and also the pattern that is beyond that. And yeah, I have been talking about on marvelweather.com for quite a few days now the turnaround that we're going to start to see. Excuse me. We are going to break this pattern, folks. It has to come at some point, and it is coming. The models do see the end to all this winter weather. Well, unfortunately, over the next 24 hours, we're going to see another system pushing through the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and into the Northeast. That is going to lay down more snow, even to New York City. And this is the GFS through the next 24 hours. You notice here, let's hone in on the Northeast. You can see here a swath of 3, even 6 inches of snow west of State College, east of Pittsburgh, and extending that snow 3 inches or more into North Jersey. As you can see here, the surface chart of the GFS, there's that system pushing towards the coast. Notice the low thicknesses on the backside, so there is cold air getting drafted in the backside. That's why we're seeing the snow. And you can see here the upper level chart showing the upper level energy riding down. Of course, when you've got stronger winds in the upper levels, that pulls the atmosphere up, cools, condenses, and produces snow. Of course, that upward motion also cools the column, so that's how we're going to see the heavy wet snow. Of course, that's not going to stick around too long because the cold air comes in the backside. Chilly morning come tomorrow morning, but cast your eyes further west, up over the northern plains into the southwest of Canada. We've got another system brewing. That is going to be a severe weather maker come tomorrow afternoon as the system pushes southwest, or southeast should I say. Cold air coming into the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to herald the pattern change that we're going to see in the coming days. But as that system pushes east, 992 millibar low over James Bay, we've got an associated cold front dropped over the Ohio Valley into the mid-south. And what that's going to do is it's going to force warm, moist air northwards. Cold, dry air coming out of out of Canada, and therefore, of course, we're going to see that collision point. So we're going to see severe weather lifting northwards over the eastern two-thirds of the nation Wednesday and Thursday. Heavy precipitation, heavy rainfall up into the Ohio Valley, eventually pushing to the northeast. But remember, the cold air coming down is going to continue to come down, and that may lead to, yes, yet more snow into the northeast come the start of the Easter upcoming weekend here. So you can see here by 96 hours, this is in the early Saturday. Severe weather over parts of Mississippi, particularly Alabama, Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, West Virginia. Heavy flooding rains, but also the chance of severe weather. Could see some snow up across the Canada North Dakota border. We're going to see more cold air pushing through Minneapolis, Madison, Chicago here, while we've got a brief surge of warmer. So remember I said the snow that we're going to see over the next 24 hours, it's not going to stick around because we're going to see a push of warmer. This is the fight that I've been talking about for the start of April here. Now, as we push through into the start of Easter Sunday, we've got a somewhat of a system pushing through the northeast. Now, look at the thickness values. 534, 528, 522. So we've got cold air that's coming out of Quebec. Meeting this upper disturbance, we may see some snow showers. Nothing too significant, but enough to perhaps whiten the ground over the northeast. Now, what's going to be interesting here, folks, is we could see some very mild air across the southeast and cold air to the north of DC. And that is really going to create quite a boundary fight, so to speak, here. Now, I mentioned the chances of seeing this pattern change is coming. We are going to see it over the next 5 to 10 days. This is the upcoming 5-day period. You notice here we've got a generally west-east upper level pattern here. Negative over Hudson Bay. Positive draped across the southern tier of the United States. Notice here we've got a weakening of the positive up over Alaska. Look at the difference come the following 5-day period. So this is day 5 through 10 here. You notice here that we've got the negative now over Alaska. That is key. What that's going to do is it's going to force the trough into the western United States, and in turn we're going to then boost heights further east here. Notice here, especially day 10 through 15, you've got a firm negative on the southeast coast of Alaska. That extends down the west coast, and in turn it then pumps heights further and further east. And we are going to see warmer weather coming in here, I think, as we push through. But also, that trough on the west coast signals the chances of increased severe weather, because you're going to get systems that ride the southern periphery of the country crossing underneath. Of course, that's going to lift warm moisture north, and we've got the severe weather potential. Big, wet weather pattern, especially for the south and eastern half of the country here. You notice here, look at the increase between the upcoming 5-day period, wet across the Tennessee Valley, and the 10-day period. That is quite impressive. Also, the trough in the west also indicates a weather pattern for the west as well. Look at the difference. Upcoming 5-day period and the 5 to 10-day period. We increase the precipitation specifically on the west coast of Seattle and Washington and Oregon. You notice here that it's still dry across the southwestern half of the country here, especially Southern California here. It wouldn't surprise me if we see more moisture lifting down towards the central coast, maybe down towards the LA area of California with this type of setup here. But it's going to be a very, very wet pattern for the southeastern half of the country here. So that could temper things as we push into the upcoming summer season. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you checking out markvoganweather.com, and there's plenty more information there as well with regards to the upcoming pattern change. Have a great day, and I'll be back again tomorrow as always. Bye for now.